Hello, everybody. Happy Monday morning to you. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And we've got a smorgasbord of content to get to today. Barrel scraping season is an understatement. The barrel's been scraped, and now we're just looking around the barrel to see if anything splashed out. And then we're going to try to bring that to you with some content. It is the slowest, the literal dullest time in Bachelor Nation in 20 years. It's almost like I'm on a farm, and I'm just seeing dust roll by, waiting for a cloud of rain to just come into my life so I can get some potatoes grown for my poor little family here. That's how it is, folks. Pray for your boy Dave, Power Recapper here. But we're going to get into what's going on with Charity right now. I kind of feel like Charity's been already let down by the Bachelor producers, and we'll get into that right now. She posted poolside, reflecting on the last few weeks, overflowing with gratitude. And of course, as detectives that we are, we're going to look at her eyes and go, has she been crying? Does she have crow's feet from smiling? Did she get sunburnt on one side because she was getting proposed to? Like, we're just going to look into all of this right now. Do me a favor, follow me on Instagram at DNeals. I'm also on Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'll be live at the 10 a.m. hour this morning, and you can catch every afternoon Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast. We'll get into that as well. All right, so we know it's been a weird few weeks for Charity. 2 weeks ago, people released these exclusive photos, and if it didn't have the little button that said exclusive photos, they would just look like bad photos that someone's friend took of them. You know when your friend takes a photo of you, but they don't really care if you look good? They're like, all right, there's the photo, we got it, like a crime scene investigator. That's what these photos are. Very weird that this was the first official look into her season, so much so that she now has access to her own phone, and let's go to her Instagram right here, Charity's Instagram, and she actually has nice photos taken here, maybe from a safe house visit, maybe she's got the man there. Is there any reflection in the eyes? Can we see? Is is she engaged? So here are the three photos she posted with what is, I guess, a sequin bikini. It looks really cool. A nude bikini with some sort of sequin design happening. Very chic here from Charity with an LA Dodgers hat on. All right, so there she is. She's reflecting, and we're reflecting and just waiting for the season to start. Let's see. Did they give us a date announcement? It's going to be, it's about 6 weeks away. We're about 6 weeks away from the next start of the season here. And aside from those new photos, the Bachelorette Instagram account has been pretty quiet. They posted this, 5 weeks ago. We haven't gotten a video in 5 weeks.
So how's it all going so far for Charity? Well, we're about to give you an exclusive look at her first night as the Bachelorette. And let me just tell you, it was a night of so many twists and turns that you'd have to see it to believe it.
All right, of course. So they show the preview, and the preview is her brother who goes undercover for her, which will be a very exciting first start to the show. But not much else to report for Charity. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had more to say. We're just going to wait and see what's going on. No spoilers. When those come out, you'll be well alerted. If you don't want spoilers, that's fine too. And we'll pick up her season as it starts at the beginning of summer. All right, and speaking of a new season, it's the season of motherhood coming up for Becca Kufrin and fatherhood for Thomas Jacobs. And this is their big announcement, or their gender reveal here, where Becca throws a baseball, and then Thomas hits it, and it makes a pink or a blue, because we have gender norms, folks, whether you like it or not. Blue means boy, pink means girl. Hey, I didn't write the rules. That's just what, it'd be cool if it came out like orange, and you'd be like, are we having a little Trump? What's orange?
I'll be the rubber band.
So here it is, and then boom. So the first shot was actually a comebacker to Becca, which is very scary, so it doesn't explode. Okay. So there it is. And there it is. A nice, I got to say, I'll give you this, I'm a baseball player here. I like a good, I like to show a good technique off here. Thomas does good work with his hips. Clearly, that's what got him into this situation, right? But there he is, picking up his lovely pitcher after knocking one out of the park, after having a inside the park home run, if you know, you know. But here he is anyway. So congratulations to them, and for the sort of nice, father. I mean, he's got eyes on his prize. He's got his knees locked, a lot of torque in the back leg, squishing the bug, and of course does a little bat flip to end it. And that's going to be little Tommy. So very happy for them, and for their firstborn son. I guess not born yet, but there he is. She's pregnant with the firstborn son. And then we've got Connor. We're just going to go down the line here, folks. Connor from Katie Thurston's season says, thinking about how I let the Bachelorette cinematic universe wrong reason me into not recording music for a few years. So apparently, Connor, he played ukulele, he was on Bachelor in Paradise, and then, dealt with some shame from the audience saying, oh, you're only here to promote your career and this and that. And he's like, I just like to share music. It's what I do. It's an extension of my being. And then he says, F you guys, I'm recording again this summer. Hashtag songwriter. Good for you, Connor. We cannot wait to hear what you have in store for all of us. And in other Bachelor news, we have a crossover with Too Hot to Handle, the show that was cool the first season, and then we're like, all right, we're over it. You ever remember that? You ever be like, hey, was that show cool, or was it just the first month of the pandemic and we watched everything we could? All right, Britton and Justin Glaze from The Bachelorette getting cozy and going home together. So this was shared in the Too Hot to Handle subreddit, but we've done some cross-promoting here as Justin decides to venture outside the Bachelor universe and go into the Netflix dating universe. It looks like they got an Uber Deluxe there. They got the old Toyota Sienna. Oh boy, nothing PG happens in a Toyota Sienna after midnight. Let me tell you about that. I don't care if that's your mom's minivan. It's a lot going on there. Tip your drivers, folks. Just a tip. All right, Bachelor Nation alum Leslie Murphy is pregnant. Oh, we got all the stories today. I'll have more of these stories plus other entertainment news on today's Bachelor Rush Hour podcast. I'll have American Idol recap, and we'll be talking about my weekend that was. Bachelor Nation alum Leslie Murphy pregnant, expecting second child with husband Alex Kavanaugh. She was from Bachelor Winter Games, and very happy for them, expecting a child. Don't have a gender reveal yet, but we'll see what they come up with. And also, I want to wish a happy birthday to my queen, the queen of Bachelor Nation, the queen, the power recapper, Mrs. Power Recapper, and of course, I guess we're not supposed to say ages, but ageless, if you ask me, Tasha Courtney there, my wife. You go follow her on Instagram at Tasha Courtney if you want to send her some love. And I think that does it for us. I mean, look, what else am I supposed to talk about here? I'll jump on some of this during the afternoon podcast, which I have to say, as times have been slow with the YouTube channel, the podcast has actually picked up a lot of steam. Very surprising. It's not exactly, and I'm just going to let you guys in on some of these secrets since we have some time to kill here. It's not exactly the number one it's not the breadwinner of the channel, but I expected the podcast to maybe be a 10% revenue source, but because YouTube's so slow this month, it's going to be closer to a 50% revenue source, which means I need to invest more love and energy into it. So if you haven't already and you feel like times might be slow on YouTube, I'm not telling you to come off the channel, but what I'm telling you is every single afternoon, I'm doing a 30-minute episode, and I'm giving one featured video from YouTube to the back half of that episode, and then the first half I'm going to have 15 plus minutes of original content, other news and TMZ, what's going on TMZ. I covered Ed Sheeran, some music, American Idol. We cover Vanderpump Rules and other things that you might actually find you have some interest in, plus a little bit about my life and what's going on. Over the weekend, Katie Thurston and Jess Ambrose from Your Mom and Dad, Jess and Evan, and myself and my wife went to the Magic Castle, which is an exclusive invite-only castle in Los Angeles where the top musicians in the world perform dark magic, baby. And let me tell you something. It was a fun weekend. I can't wait to share that with you. I'll have all that and more on Bachelor Rush Hour at the Afternoon Podcast. Link in the comment section, or just go to bachelorrushhour.com, and we'll be back with more content right after this. Do me a favor. It's a slow time of year. Help me out. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below. It helps the algorithm. And make sure, double check that you are subscribed. And we'll be back with more content right after this.